People all over the world, including right here in the Northwest Metro, are reacting to terror attacks in Brussels.
A Tuesday morning, 2 bombs went off at the international airport in Brussels, and another blast occurred at a city metro station. More than 30 people are dead and at least 80 injured. And former Minnesotan Representative Ryan Winkler lives in Golden Valley and also in Brussels. Reporter Sonia Goins has more on what he had to say.
The images are hard to watch. People crying and scared after 2 explosions tore through the departure area of the airport. Ceilings collapsed and people were trapped inside the airport. Former State Representative Ryan Winkler watched the drama unfold from his home in Brussels.
Well, it was totally shocking and hard to believe at first.
Winkler's family is safe, but he knows things could have been much different. He and his wife often travel between Golden Valley and Brussels.
If this had happened yesterday or the day before, we would have been caught in the middle of it.
Winkler also lives near where the blast occurred.
Very close. First of all, you can basically see the top, the airport tower from our house, from my son's room, so that's geographically close.
He's following American embassy orders to find shelter and stay put. He's also trying to explain the senseless attacks to his 3 young boys.
Of course, they're concerned about safety and want to understand why people do things like this, and there aren't always very good, simple explanations for that.
Winkler says he won't let terrorism consume his life, but he is on the lookout for anything suspicious.
We watch carefully, avoid crowded places when the threat is higher, and try to live our lives as normally as possible.
While the blast occurred in Europe, terror expert Jack Rice says it impacts everyone.
If we look at what al-Shabaab has successfully been able to do in the Twin Cities, and this is a very real concern.
Meanwhile, both Winkler and Rice say it's a bad idea to target Muslims.
You need to focus on law enforcement and national security and stopping violence from happening, and turning it into a religious war would only make things worse.
Now, we also just heard from a Brooklyn Center pastor. Pastor McKinley Moore of Jehovah Jireh Church of God in Christ was at the airport when the bombings took place. He was at a different gate from where the explosions occurred. Pastor Moore says he's safe and grateful to be alive. He was evacuated out of the airport. He says he had to stay outside in the cold for several hours until he was moved to a warehouse where the Red Cross is assisting. Mike and Alex, the pastor, doesn't know when he'll be able to return home, but he hopes to get back home soon.